Alright, we are back with a part 2 coming at you live and direct. Alright, so in the previous part 1 of the Vita is underrated video, um, I talked about my love for this system right here, the PlayStation Vita. And you know how much of a underrated, underappreciated handheld it is. So yeah, that was in my part 1. So part 2 is going to be more centered around video games and the games that I have pretty much picked up for the system. Not picked up, but just played for it and just made me love the system even more. Now, if you see in the background, in the background right now, there's a game called Digimon Cyber Sleuth being played. This is basically a Vita game that was also ported to the PlayStation 4. This is actually a Vita game. Now, I really wish they released a physical copy of the Vita version here in the West, so that I could play it on my more preferred system, the Vita. But unfortunately, we only have a digital copy of said game. So yeah, that sucks. But that game in the background right there, that's another awesome Vita game that will make you just, change your mind about video games as a whole. Okay. So, like I said in my previous video, the Vita got me into niche gaming. It's a video game console, a video game handheld that I would say even changed my life. When it came to playing video games, you know what I'm saying? So, it made me change my view of what kind of games that I get and what kind of games that I play. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me experiment a lot more, and I'm so glad I experimented with these games, because at first I might have looked at them and just brushed them off like, yeah, whatever, but I later on looked back at them and I actually picked up and bought the games, and I was like, whoa, this shit is pretty fucking rad, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna talk about more about the games in this video. So one of my top favorite Vita games, I'm actually gonna go grab it because I want to show you this fucking game. Alright, I'm gonna go grab it. Alright, so one of my top favorite Vita games of all time, one of the games that really got me into the Vita as much as it did, or as much as I wanted to, whatever, I don't know. But one of the games that got me into the Vita to an extended amount before then was this game right here. Put it a little closer to the camera so you can see it. Hopefully it's not as blurry. But this is The Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel. You want to know one of the best JRPGs in the last 5 to 6 years is this shit right here. Whoa. This fucking game right here, y'all, I'm telling you, is fucking amazing. If you don't have a copy of it yet, go pick up a copy of this shit. Please. I'm begging you. I'll buy you a copy of this game. This game is amazing. Fantastic. There's nothing else I can say about it. I don't want to spoil it for you. I'll talk a little bit about it maybe in another video. But this shit right here, best RPG, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. you need to pick one of these up. One of these bad ones. It's also for PlayStation 3, and I think they ported it to Steam recently, if you're into that. But yeah, it's a really, really sick RPG from Neon Falcom. They also make the Yeast games. And it's a game that just I fell in love with. I my first playthrough, I put over 95 hours into it. So that goes to show you how much I enjoyed the game and how long the game is. It's just a fucking long game as well. But it's a good long game. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, that was just one of the games that I really enjoyed on the system. I'm at a loss for words because I'm just thinking about how much I enjoy it. But let me get back and focus here. But yeah, so that's one of the examples of games that changed my mind and changed kind of my view on gaming as a whole. Because there was a time where I was falling out of love with gaming. I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm just not enjoying any games at all. And what ended up happening was I was just playing the wrong games, you know? And I ended up playing games like these, like Persona, like Yeast, like Danganronpa. I'm gonna show you guys another game. Hold on. This game right here, X-Blaze. Code, was it Lost Memories? X-Place, Lost Memories. This is a visual novel from Arc System Works. And this is another game that I looked at first and it was kind of like, what is this shit? One thing I do wish this game had was dubbed voice acting. I really wish it had that. I don't know why localization companies bring games over and they don't dub them. I really don't understand that, but like you have the money to localize a game, but you don't have the money to get some voice actors together and give us a dub. Whatever, but yeah. This is a visual novel by Arc System Works. You see it in the back there, Arc System. And this is a game I wasn't expecting to like at all. You know what I mean? It wasn't a game I was expecting to like. You know, this game has really, really good Japanese voice work, really good artwork. Like, this is some of the best artwork I've ever seen in a visual novel. Awesome story, based in the Blaze Blue universe. So if anybody is Blaze Blue fans, they will actually enjoy this game. You know, some pretty good characters, like, you know, this girl right here. She's like stuck in some sort of spirit world, and this girl right here actually meets up with her and they become like really good friends. She's really a tsundere at first, but she becomes like a really cool character later on. And then you also have this girl right here, May. She's actually one of my favorite characters in the game. I really like her a lot. As you guys might recognize her from Blaze Blue if you play that. But yeah, this was actually a really good visual novel that I played on the Vita that I ended up enjoying a lot. I almost got the platinum. I missed one collectible and I didn't end up getting the platinum. It was sad, but it was okay because I thought this was a great game. So, visual novels, almost like little to no gameplay in this game. It's mostly just reading and looking at cutscenes, but it's very relaxing for what it is. And it is a great story. It has a really unique art style too. The way it presents its graphics, absolutely beautiful cutscenes. So yeah, it's good. So yeah, man. I don't know if I want to keep getting up and showing you guys games, but those I just mentioned some examples. I can also talk about, you know, this game right here. Oh. If I can find it. Where is this game at? What? Do I not have it on my shit? Where the hell is this game at? I was gonna show you guys Yamori Night alone, but apparently it's not on my system. See, this is why I hate digital gaming. Well, let me just bring up the PS Store. Show you guys the PS Store. Let's see. I could have swear I had this game downloaded. But it's this game right here. Yamori Night Alone by NIS America. Yeah, there it is. You know, and I also have, let me show you. I also have this game right here. This is the sequel to Yamori Night Alone. I should show this instead. I don't know why. Let me actually put that for download. I don't know why that game is not on my it's not on my my hub. But maybe I deleted it by mistake. But yeah, this game right here, this is the sequel to Yamori Night Alone, where you play as two characters instead. So I should have been showing this one on because it's the more recent game. But yeah, first game is amazing, like amazing. One of the most underrated horror games I've ever played this generation. It's one of my favorite horror games this generation. Yamori Night Alone. The game is tense, it's scary, it's suspenseful. It will keep you on your toes. You know, you're in like this urban Japanese type of setting. You know what that makes for a lot of ghost stories, a lot of, you know, urban legend type of occurrences happen and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great it's a great what would you call it? Horror game. It's a great horror game from NIS America, which normally they don't make horror games. Normally they just make like, you know, JRPGs, SRPGs, you know, random niche games here and there. But that game was amazing from NIS. And I think they're coming out with a new game for the Switch and the PS4, so they completely skipped the Vita. But that's alright. That's alright. We got the Switch, which is like Vita 2.0 as a console, so it's fine. But yeah, that's an excellent game. It's also on Steam. I definitely suggest it to you if you have not bought it yet. And I want to show one last game. I'm not showing everything here. I just want to show one last game. This is just a suggestion of games, you know. So let me show one last game. And it's this game right here. I know it's a very creepy cover, but this game right here, Corpse Party Blood Drive. Corpse Party Blood Drive is a visual novel / horror adventure. So you already know what to expect. Multiple endings. This game actually does endings really unique. One of the things that I enjoyed the most about this game is when I was playing it and I was going through the game and I messed up on something, right? And the game had me thinking that that's what was supposed to happen, but what ended up happening was I fucked up and I got a bad ending. But what this game does is screws with your head and it makes you think that your bad ending is actually a good ending. well, not a good ending, but an actual ending that's supposed to happen. See what I'm saying? And it really screws with your head. You're like, oh my god, my character just died like that? Is that shit real? You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool on the way it does it. You know, this game is really visceral too, man. You're in this like you're in these this like guttural, disgusting looking type school. You know, they got all these organs and guts all around the floor and shit. You know, the sound effects in this game are amazing. Like, put on a pair of like Beats headphones or like just any headphones and wear them while you playing this game with the Vita, or I think it's also on PC too. Holy shit, fucking flies. Holy shit, this game just has some of the best sound I've ever heard on any game. It's crazy. Story is very interesting, has a lot of occult premises, horror premises. You know, you're basically in this alternate dimension. And this was definitely one of my favorite games I played in a long time. It was surprisingly like a survival horror game. It's a big surprise playing this game. You know, multiple endings, you know, great characters. Pretty scary too. Very creepy game. Very creepy game. Lots of gruesome events occur in this game. So if you're squeamish, I wouldn't suggest playing it. And I would highly, don't be like me, I would highly suggest playing the first game that's also on Vita. You know, you can get it digitally first before you play this. I just suggest that, you know. So those are just a couple of games I wanted to show for the Vita. That's just why I love this system so much. It's an amazing console. It's very underrated. I hope in the future that more people collect for it, more people buy for it. Maybe where there's still games coming out. It's not like it's a legacy console. Well, it is, but it's not like it's fully a legacy console. There's still games coming out for it, even until next year. Unfortunately, Sony has mentioned that they're not going to make any more physical Vita games, which is fine because allow any more physical Vita games, which is fine because we can import from Japan. And not only that, most of the new Vita games that come out aren't even physical anyway. They're mostly digital. It's like a half digital, half physical console, so a handheld. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not having any more of these gems, but it's okay. It's okay. We can roll with that. We can roll with that. That's alright. But those are just, you know, I know my video might not be the best one I just made, but, you know, if you guys can hold out for this long, I really have to thank you, because this is not the best video. It's not the best product. You know, I don't have no crazy equipment. It's just me in my room and filming with my cell phone. So, but I hope you enjoy. I hope you made it to the end. You know, that's all I gotta say. Pick up a Vita. It'll change your life. Great games. This game's actually still sealed. I have a lot of those kinds of names. But yeah, man, pick up a Vita. System will change your life. It's a fantastic platform. I hope we get more games up until like 2020 for it. I honestly hope Sony releases another one of these things. Give us like a damn Vita 2, man. Give us a Vita 2. I want a Vita 2. I love this thing. Damn. I wish I could talk more about the system, my thoughts. Maybe next time I'll write down some points so I can stay on track. But I love this system a lot. So please, I highly suggest pick one up. They're cheap now. You can get the games that I mentioned here. I actually recently was playing Ys Origin on the system, so I very recently just got off of it. But yeah, definitely try a Vita out. It'll change your life. It'll change the way how you think about gaming, and it'll surprise you. So this is the strategist checking in with you guys. I can't even say my own name right. This is strategist checking in, and signing out.